Alright, we moved this up top here so it's easier to work with. Okay. Now, I didn't even get half the pot. Alright. But I got plenty of dirt to work with. And this is how much I got out of it. About a third of a bucket of garbage. Big old pieces of bark, acorns, stones, pieces of stick. And I expected that. What I should have been expecting and didn't was the fire ants. Anybody who lives in the south knows about fire ants, but no big deal. We took care of that. Now next I'll be mixing this up. Now everything that came out I sifted, and it all looks really good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some black cow manure and some perlite, a little bit of calcium, maybe some Epsom salts, and we'll mix up our potting soil. Alright. Alright, we've measured out a used potting soil with a 5-gallon bucket, and we got just under 20 gallons. So now what I'm going to do is take the black cow, and I'm going to put fill up that 5-gallon bucket with black cow, and then mix that in. Alright, we got the black cow in. That was about half a bag of black cow. And now we're going to put in some sphagnum peat moss. Kind of help loosen it up some more. And we'll mix that in. Alright, we're going to take about a gallon pot full of perlite to start with. We'll see how that looks. Mix that in. Alright. Alright, here's our old potting soil mixed with some fresh black cow, some sphagnum peat moss, and some perlite. Now, as you can see, it doesn't want to stick together. That's what I wanted. I think there's enough black cow in here to do some growing this year. Now all I got left to do is I'm going to add 2 cups of lime and a half a cup of Epsom salts. Alright. Alright, so this is it. Now this is just rejuvenating old pot soil. I will be showing how to make fresh pot soil. But right here we have made about over 30 gallons of pot soil and cost under $10. Now I did have to sift the sphagnum moss, got some junk out of it, just use a simple screen. But yeah, I'll be showing how to make your own potting soil a couple different ways and how to rejuvenate your raised beds. And I'd be glad to share it with you. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Alright, last but not least, before I start filling up my pots, I'm going to test the pH on this. Now I'm growing tomatoes and peppers and such, so I want somewhere between 6 and 6.5. Now I'm not going to get an accurate, let's say, to the point pH reading out of this. This is just a simple, basic way to see if your soil is acidic or not, or if it's caustic. So what I got here is I got 1 cup of distilled vinegar in 1 glass and 1 cup of baking soda in the other. Now, because we got to dissolve this some before we even start, what I'm going to do is put both these glasses up pretty close, about the same, because I want the same basic result on both. Okay, I won't have to stir the vinegar, that'll be fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2, which I put soil in, and we're going to pour into each of them. Alright, now let's take this and put it on this one. Alright, now let's rinse that spoon off before going into the one with the vinegar. Alright. Now, what we're looking for is to see if we see any bubbles. Okay. Now, if we don't see any bubbles, chances are we're pretty close to neutral, somewhere around 6, 5, 7, somewhere in that. Okay. Now, looking at this, it looks like I'm seeing some little tiny bubbles over on the baking soda side. So, not much at all. So, chances are we're closer to 6.0, 6.5, which is right where I want to be. Okay? Alright, now it's time to fill up pots. Alright, so we took all our potting soil, put it in these 3-gallon pots, and now I'm going to be ready for transplanting here in a couple of days. I'm excited. I hope you all enjoyed this. I'll put up a recipe list at the end. Thanks. Bye.